Hello everybody, and welcome back to Watercat Gaming with Captain Grandma in the Outer Worlds. Last time we met Adelaide and delivered a message from Reed.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Now, she did not like this message, nor did she accept it, which is why we are in this magical place, the geothermal plant. You see, I realized something though. Once I make this decision, I don't know if I can help Thomas. And I really do want to help Thomas. He's a nice guy who wants to better his life.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
And since, like Bavardi just said, once we do it, there's no going back.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Well, I'm gonna pull out of doing it. But I would not mind hearing your opinion, Bavardi, so we could think about it. Because last time I really wanted to hear your opinion. And it is very important for us to hear you out. You live around here.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Well, this is why this is a very hard choice, Bavardi. I was saying last time, actually, that I do not believe Adelaide is any less selfish than Reed in the way that she wants to approach things. And I totally see your point. And I'm not ready to make a decision. So, I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that.
No.
I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did. I'm really glad you did. I like hearing from you, Bavardi, and I don't want you to just be quiet. I want you to tell me how you feel.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
That's because you bow down to corporate overlords by the fact that you were either born or unfrozen from a ship, and that's okay. I was too. Also born at some point, I believe. Okay, let's go. We're gonna help Thomas, and then the decisions can be made. Because I know Thomas is your friend, Bavardi, and I don't want to leave him hanging like that. I said I would help him. What's in this room? Dead people in this room. Oh dang, those robots really made a mess. No one's gonna clean this up. There's not enough workers on this planet as there is. Me and Bavardi could probably spiff this up. You want to help Captain Grandma clean up, maybe? I mean, look at this wall splatter. That's not cool. And this painting, this painting could be straightened up. But we have bigger deals because Thomas wants to make himself an engineer, and we gotta help with him. Okay, the Frightened Engineer. Find the 3 volumes because Thomas said that he would really like those. Well, one is at the community center, and it's directly across from us and totally full of hostels. I can't fast travel because hostels are nearby, but okay. The other one's in Edgewater. Okay, we made it to the community center. I know there's things in there. I'm just gonna see what I can do here. And hope they don't see me. Be careful, Bavardi. Hopefully my old bones do not creak and tell them where I am. Oh my god. There's one right there. No, I'm invisible. Captain Grandma is invisible. Don't turn around. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, we're alright. We won't be alright once we get in here, but that's okay. I mean, maybe we will be, but I don't recall it ever going well in here for me.
Something there?
Oh my god! Just stay right there. It's okay, it's all over. It's all over. I know someone was over here. Bavardi, do you have them? Oh, they have Bavardi, potentially. That was highly effective. I did not mean for it to be that effective. That's okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. Okay, we have the volume now. But at the same time now, we might as well just explore. Did you take out everybody? No, I hear things. I hear things. Let's just go back where we were and check out what's going on. There's a first aid room key. Need to observe guns more before I pick them up, because then I just have this full inventory, and that's why we have like 8 million sabers right now. How many sabers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sabers. We don't need that. I need to sell some of them. I need to scrap some of them. I need this mock apple juice because I will drink or sell it. Alright, we can head back down this way now. Might as well anyway. Ooh. I'm sorry, dude, but it's much easier this way. They died in the bathroom. As humans, we are always more vulnerable in the bathroom. Hello? It's a sprat. Just a sprat. This is the office of the sprat. Model spaceship. Does it go in my little captain room?
Oh, neat.
That key again. Toss ball stick. Big cartridge and a grenade launcher. Definitely have to go through our inventory. We're getting a little full. A Spacer's Choice property. Terminal access. Welcome, Director Pickett. The keycard encoder in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. Was it literally doing that, just like spitting them at people? Okay. As a reminder, in case it does break down again, you can borrow a keycard from the director, or one of the workers in the second floor office if you lose your card. Okay. I must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with this Manta Queen is wasting all of our budget and holding up development of the entire exhibit. This has to stop. Okay, Lamont Trammell. Okay, from Hunters and Trackers Limited to Pickett. Subject, please stop. The letter is to update you regarding the request for one adult Manta Queen. As you remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we deployed a team of highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. We regret to inform you that the entire team has perished. Please expect an invoice from our office including the cost of their gravesite fees, as stipulated in our contracts. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of the equipment damaged, corroded, dissolved, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage. Please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second Honey Expedition at 10% discount. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Hunters and Trackers Limited, partnered with Wildlife Eradication Society, a wholly owned subsidiary of the Universe Defense Logistics. That's a mouthful, guys. Hunters and Trackers Limited, teaching the fauna of Halcyon the cruel realities of existence. Oh my god. Okay, interesting. More riot control armor. Sawed-off shotgun. Encumbered. Oh, so I have to work on it now. Okay, that's fine. We're going to break down this one. And we're going to break down this one. And we're going to break down this one. And one of those was a two-handed saber. And let's check this against some other things. We'll try out the shotgun. Of the other rifle. Yeah, I like that. We're going to try the shotgun. There. Now we have another option. Why is it glowing? There's nothing in it. It lies to me. Okay, that's the medical bay the key was for. Speaking of medical bay, there's a dentist slash mortician, I believe, that, or gravedigger or something like that has more quests for me when I get back to Edgewater. Getting to know people is important. In the town you're going to potentially take the power from or give power to. I got this funky little handgun, so we're gonna try it out. Captain Grandma, I'm not saying it's the most great thing that you've ever worn, but you don't look terrible. Synopsis: the history of the Emerald Vale, once complete, will display the proud heritage of our settlement for generations to come, decorating the main hall of our noble community center. This elaborate diorama of memorabilia of our settlement's founding will embody the hard-working spirit of our Spacer's Choice family. The centerpiece of this grand exhibit will be a taxidermized mantiqueen erected within our main lobby as a sign of civilization's victory over nature itself. Director Pickett. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything in here. Bones and gears don't mix. This time, I do think that I got everything figured out. That's a cool chandelier. Okay, let's go ahead and go to Edgewater and get the other book for Thomas. Okay, so the second edition should be in here somewhere. In the guts of the Saltuna Cannery, which I'm sure smells fantastic. Oh, it's on the other side. Just walking into offices. There we go. Ooh, what's in here? Can I still read? Ooh, from the office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administration. Symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and as spacers, we are expected to face up to reality. And the reality is, we do not want to carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Oh, not we want to. We do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering from symptoms of plague, the best thing you can do for yourselves and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. Defic. Okay. I don't know about you, dearie, but Pavarti, this is not the way the world was supposed to be when I was frozen. This is not what I was promised, and I am very angry about it. I do not respect what they have done. Obviously, this is why I've been woken up. And I must fix it! But first, we have to finish getting those things for Thomas. Which, like an idiot, the other one is actually all the way where I just was in the frickin' geothermal plant. Woo! But I'm just a grandma. Don't judge me in my memory. Or my observational skills. Oh my gosh, is it with Crazy Tuna Man? Or Sprat Man? It's with Crazy Sprat Man. Crazy Sprat Man, I'm guessing you still don't want to come with us?
What's eating you?
I don't think he'll come with us. I really thought you could save that guy, but I've tried multiple times now. We're gonna have another engineer. Hopefully one that doesn't eat sprats. No offense, man. I'm just hoping better for Thomas. That's why I'm getting him these supplies. Okay, Thomas, I am on the way with your books. You can read up on your engineering and be a good engineer one day and make Captain Grandma proud. And make Pavarti proud. We'll both be very proud. Thomas, I have returned with your books.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
I actually was able to find all three of them.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Oh yeah, that's right. I found part 1 in the
Look
community
at that.
center.
Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Well, you don't have to give me anything yet, dearie, because I have even more books for you. And I'm excited for you because if I could build a computer out of potatoes, I would.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Okay, well, part 2 I found in the cannery. I don't know if it's about cans,
Ain't
though.
that
Hope
just
not.
ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Okay, and I've got one more for you. It's the third one.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Alright, here you go. This one apparently is the elusive part 3. And someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant where I may or may not be... Never
The
mind.
geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete
Well, it was.
set. All 3 parts! I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy your books very much and read all of them, but make sure you do it in good lighting so you keep your eyesight. Okay, Captain Grandma's off to the next adventure. I should go. Look at that, Pavarti, we're level 5 now, which means, yeah, I think that you also have perks now. Yeah, Pavarti! You also have the option of my million sabers, but I'm gonna let you keep your awesome hammer of the extreme right now, okay? And I'm gonna give you a little more health. Check out my stuff. Okay, we got 10 available. I'm gonna go with ranged. A little extra here, but I still put 1 in melee. Dialogue's going well. I'll put 1 in defense out of the melee having 1. Let's go ahead and put 1 in stealth and 1 in tech. 1 in leadership. And I think since I am a medical captain grandma, we ought to put 2 in there this time. Just because, you know, I am manning ship and now I'm gaining people. I better know how to run some technology. Well, Pavarti, as much as I really do think this place is beautiful, and potentially much better than Edgewater, you're right. We can't take the power away from them. And like I said before, both of the leaders seem selfish. But at least this place is healthy and has fruit. The other places, well, they sound very sick and like things are going bad. I don't want to do this. Captain Grandma don't want to ruin a planet. Well, this is very ironic and unfortunate. When I, just a simple Captain Grandma, was frozen in the hope, among other people who were hopeful for this next colony, I did not think I would be awakened to go against the dream of another grandma. One that grows plants. Plants of all things, guys, plants. That is like as simple as you can get. I don't want to hurt this woman's feelings. I'm sorry, Adelaide. Next playthrough is for you. I will take away their power, but right now, this is what I must do. Pavarti, I took away another old woman's dream today. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Treasure your youth. Treasure it. Treasure it. It's only right that I go talk to her, Pavarti. I ruined all of these people's home. It's really early game for me to be feeling so bad. No offense, but who looks like a reptile now? Don't look at me like that.
Growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
There is going to be no way for me to save the rest of the colony if I have to stop here. And I have to get my ship. I know they had another one. I know they did. But this isn't personal, Adelaide. I needed a power regulator. And I think that Reed does need his people back. But I understand why you don't want to go
killed my
back.
garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish it was personal. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
Offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
What happened to you, Adelaide? Where did this
My
anger
son
come from?
worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Well, Reed isn't gonna just leave. I'm gonna need some help
Tell
convincing
Reed
him.
that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Well, they have a lot of accidents down at the cannery. I understand that. What happens when you run out of corpses? I think it's our best bet. And as you know, there was a large graveyard when we got there. I think it is our best bet. You think that'll convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
That's a bargain, I understand. I'll be back. And no, I am not telling them they have to go back to Edgewater yet unless I have to. Is that like part of the... No? See, Reed is a tick mark right there, so we're gonna do that first. Sorry, guys. Besides, Thomas is gonna make a fine engineer. No matter where he goes. I don't know how this is gonna go. Hopefully, it will not fail, and we won't ruin absolutely everything in the Emerald Vale. I do feel bad that there's no other option for Reed, because he is a soft person up in his tuna tower, and he's not used to the things the workers are. I don't know what he's going to do. Reed, I have some not good news, but good news for you. Well, it's good for the town. It's
This is
not
a
great for
fine
you.
day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Well, we need to talk about that. I spoke to Adelaide, and she's not going to come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
Well, your town is actually a mess, but I'm not going to do that. You let Adelaide's son die. It kind of makes sense that she doesn't trust you or want to come back.
Her son got sick with plague a couple years back, Company never gave us enough medication to treat the whole town. So I had to choose, you see. Adelaide's child or someone else's. She's never forgiven me. I don't expect she ever will.
You say you've done your best, but the town's falling to pieces.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
To be fair, it's Adelaide's home too. None of you had a choice. And Adelaide's people, they're not getting sick.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
You see, I did see that you thought that in a computer read, but plague is actually caused by things, and your town doesn't eat anything but salt tuna. Have your people ever eaten a vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice salt tuna cannery. We eat salt tuna here, and only salt tuna.
I'm pretty sure it's the food that's making you sick. You need Adelaide's garden. And, what exactly are you putting in those cans?
Processed, liquefied, retextured salt tuna rendered in a chemical bath, of course. Well, mostly salt tuna. We've been experiencing a salt tuna shortage, you see. So we've had to improvise. We've added wood chips, some mushrooms, bit of sand, tossed some canid bits in our processor once. It all tastes like salt tuna in the end.
Wood chips? That can't be healthy.
Health is a state of mind, friend. Afflictions in one's body are reflections of afflictions in one's work ethic and attitude. Now listen, I do not know what pretty rhetoric Adelaide has fed you, but plagues are a simple fact of life.
Adelaide found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down. I don't know what to tell you. You guys really do need a decent meal down here. I think my persuade will help here. For the love of God, you can cook the vegetable if you don't want to eat it raw.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
She's been using the human corpses that you continuously gain from people dying.
Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance.
It really is.
What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery.
Okay. I am not in the mood to argue. Do you want her help or not? Because if you want her help, you're gonna have to step down. And I'm sorry, she's not gonna come back as long as you're here. You can't make this up to her.
So Adelaide wants me gone. Trade my life for the life of the town. You understand what she's doing. If I leave town, I am as good as dead. If I stay, Edgewater will die of attrition. Adelaide has discovered some secret cure for the plague, and she is holding my town ransom.
I'm not saying that it's right, Reed. I'm saying she knows what she's doing. You guys didn't think of the corpse method. You could go ahead and use it if you want, but this town really could use all the help it can get.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do.
I'm sorry.
I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
Don't think of it like that. You really are making a great sacrifice here. You do care about your town, Reed. It's just beyond what you can do. I mean, we're all on this just crazy planet, and I really am starting to think it's not made for humans. Or tuna. This can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town.
I know.
It has never been easy.
I'm sorry, you know? I mean, enemies do happen when you make these choices. I'm making a tough decision right now. So I do understand that, you know, choosing between Adelaide's son was terrible, but... What are your plans? Like, do you have any ideas how you're gonna do this?
Couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
To be fair, I don't think they're paying any attention to you anyway, Reed. They haven't been helping. I don't think they'd know if you were gone. So why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Oh, I'm not gonna just discourage him against being out the walls. I don't think that he is gonna do good, but... I wish him the best. I do, Reed. I wish you the best. I am very, very in between on this, Bavardi. I think we did the best we could. You know, that's... Sometimes that's how it goes. I guess it's time to go pick up our power regulator and get our ship started. I didn't mean to get into all this, you know, with your town. I'm really sorry. I mean... You see, dude Alex Hawthorne just landed the ship nearby, so... That's what was close. Hopefully this will cheer Adelaide up a little bit. Really, it's that Edgewater was gonna need help even if we got everybody to go back. And... She's obviously proven herself to be at least somewhat of a good leader. But I do think her and Reed are both very stubborn.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Okay, I talked Reed into leaving Edgewater. You can come back.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Well, I'm sorry that it had to be like this, but I really hope that Edgewater can do way better if they get good food. And if that's the way it is, it's better off with you running the place.
You telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies.
True.
I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Alright. I hope you take care, Adelaide. I'm gonna go get my ship running. And hopefully do even more good for your people. Even if it doesn't seem like I'm doing anything because I'm somewhere else. Okay. The power regulator. I guess it's time to head back to my ship. Well, in the next episode, we're gonna head back to Ada and the Unreliable to get it up and going with that power regulator. It took a real long time to get that, and we made some difficult decisions. I'm really hoping, like I've been saying, that Edgewater can do better because of this. But we also need the ship, because there is a lot more to do. It's going to be worth it, though. We have a whole crew of our friends, potentially family, many people that Captain Grandma may have known, and they're all frozen still on the hope. Between those weeks when I do not do Outer Worlds, I do Fallout New Vegas, so go check that out if you think you'd be into that. Now remember, you can always dislike this video and give me feedback, because I'm always open to feedback. As usual, everybody who sticks around, thank you so much for your continued support in the channel. And the people that have been watching longer, thank you. This tells me a lot about what I need to improve on, and that I actually am improving. So, once again, thank you so much. I'm gonna go do my thing, and you can go do yours. Have a great day, everybody. Oh, Captain Grandma, what you doing? I sat the controller down for 1 minute, and she's aiming at... Bavardi? Oh god, I must keep in control of Captain Grandma all the time. Who knows what will happen?
Thank you for
Watching.
Water Cat
Gaming. There's a puddle. It's like a river puddle. I love it. Okay, okay. I am so easily distracted. I am so sorry, guys. I love water. Distracted by water. I've been cleaning my pond out. You don't care. I'll probably edit this out. But maybe I'll put it at the end. I have frogs. I must keep the pool clean for them. Pool, pond. It's a pool to them. It's a pond to me. It's life to them, actually. It's just their life.